Here we are, another segment of Selling Hobson by the Pound. Sound a little rough around the edges. I don't know why exactly. Haven't been drinking or anything. So this week we got some interesting items. These are sealed copies of what we called HDADs, and those are 24 192 transfers off the original master tapes of a number of items we put out on LP, including the Alan Parsons Project, iRobot, and the ever-popular Turn of a Friendly Card. This is a recording done by Vanguard called Songs of the Auvergne, and pretty famous recording. And then, of course, this is a huge recording, the Mahler Eighth Symphony, Symphony of 1,000, they call it, with a Bravanel and Utah Symphony, recorded in, I think, the Mormon Tabernacle Auditorium in Salt Lake. So these are getting rarer by the moment, so be on the lookout for those. We're still in the this EMI. I'm going through all the EMIs, thousands of EMIs I got over that 20-year period in the 80s and 90s. And so here's an example of Bruckner First with Joachim conducting. A beautiful original copy, dead quiet surfaces, great sound, top copy. Here's Max Bruch violin concertos with Menuhin, Bolt conducting the LSO. Beautiful copy, plays with quiet surfaces. Menuhin, Bolt, and LSO give great performance, beautifully captured by the EMI team, top recommendation. Here we go. Bruch, Scottish Fantasy, Perlman, New Philharmonia Orchestra, gorgeous copy of Perlman playing the Scottish Fantasy, and Bruch Concerto No. 2, great EMI recording, big sound, very quiet surfaces, nice copy. I have a lot of nice copies of stuff. It was really been a joy to go through this stuff. Britain, St. Nicholas with Robert Tier. This is a vocal piece with the King's College Choir, with Wilcox conducting the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields Orchestra. Beautiful copy, quiet surfaces, and great sound. Here's Previn doing Britain Spring Symphony with Sheila Armstrong, Janet Baker, and Robert Tier, another vocal accompaniment. Original copy is very quiet, allowing beautiful recording to shine brightly. Previn LSO nail this one with EMI team, captured it perfectly. Big sound. Okay, here we go. Bridge, the Sea, Groves, and the Liverpool Philharmonic. Later EMI pressing with very quiet surfaces. Lets the beauty of this recording jump out of the grooves. Huge sound, top recommendation. This is a record you don't see very often. Havergal Bryan, Symphony No. 8 and No. 9 with Groves in Liverpool again. Great EMI recording, very interesting composer. You don't see recorded often. Groves, Liverpool Phil give nice performance with nice hall ambience. I put nice copy. Milstein, our favorite, Brahms Concerto. This is an Italian pressing, nice EMI Italiana pressing, very quiet surfaces, beautiful recording, and of course Milstein is superb. Don't see that record very often. Here's a Mercury that snuck into this week's offering, SR 90207. This Frederick Fennell and the Eastman Wind Ensemble, Hands Across the Sea. Looks like a very nice copy. Goodness gracious. Doesn't even look like it's had any spindle wear on it. Anyway, not easy to find. Original inner sleeve and the colored. This is the first pressing because remember the colored background here. Later pressings had that in black and white, I assume, to save a few nickels. Some EMI offerings. This is that white and gold original first label. Impossible to find now. Beautiful EMI pressing, very shiny pressings. When EMI press records, they're just really like got a nice shiny surface on them. Beautiful solo piano recording by the EMI team. You feel like Ogden is in the room. Original white and gold First edition pressing has an extremely low surface noise, plays conservatively near mint minus. Great performance and popular works by Busoni and Liszt. Beautiful copy, top recommendations. Very colorful cover. All right, here we go. We got some crazy jazz stuff again, listing on Music 24. This is Ornette Coleman. Something Else, the music of Ornette Coleman. Stunning original deep groove copy with virtually no surface noise. Great Roy Dunan recording, top recommendation. This is a mono copy, and there's also a stereo copy. Contemporary stereo and mono, different copies. Beautiful deep groove original pressing, plays conservatively near mint minus. Hard to find a copy in this condition. So we got stereo and mono of the same recording here. Same vintage, it says as well. We're going to put those up, not as the same listing, but in the same group of things. So you got a shot at one or both of those. Nice comparison, by the way. Here we go with a couple of jazz tone records. These are impossible to find. I hardly have ever seen them. This is the Buck Clayton's All-Stars with Buck Clayton, Big Chief Moore on trombone, Mesereau on clarinet, Red Richards on piano, Kansas Fields on drums. Goodness. Big sound, very quiet surfaces, great mono recording. You don't see those very often. And then here's a great recording, great lineup, original pressing, plays with very little surface noise, great copy, big mono sound. Rudy Brampf, Swinging with Rudy Brampf is the title. Rudy Brampf, you got Milt Hinton on bass, and Joe Jones, Philly Joe Jones, on drums. Nice. Here's another one of those duos, if you will. It's an original stereo and mono. Very rare original stereo deep groove copy that plays near mint minus with virtually no surface noise. Hard to find a copy in this condition. Top recommendation. So this is Nat Adderley, Work Song. And notice the mono copy's got this black and white, with a little bit of color here, greenish. And then the mono copy, the stereo copy, has red to differentiate it. And I say superb deep groove original pressing, plays with near silent grooves. Never heard a better copy of an original Riverside. Top recommendation. And it gets the Hobson wow at the bottom. So there you go. Take a look for these two, mono and stereo. This is almost impossible. You never see this. So good luck as always, and we'll see you again soon.